Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to, hopefully in this video, we are going to finish up the journals completely so I can get them pictured and listed on Etsy. And I don't know how long this video is going to be. We only have a couple things to do. So if you grab one of the journals, we need to bind it. So we need to poke holes in it and bind it. And then we need to secure it with some sort of fastening device. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to use with that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some just the random trims that I have and tie them together with that, but we'll see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that all of my pages are lined up where I want them to be. And make sure that we don't have anything where it's not supposed to be. Okay, and then I'm going to take a couple of my clamps. We need this one too. Alright, so I'll clamp this side and turn it over, clamp this side, and then we're only going to need 4 clamps because we're going to do one at a time here. So we're going to make sure that everything is pushed down here. It keeps moving, that's why I took those off. So what I personally normally do is I will staple it like right in the middle, and then that way it's a little bit easier. I don't really use clamps. You know what? I'm gonna do it the way that I normally do it because these clamps just irritate me. So I am going, and what you can do as well is you can actually take the staples back out. If you don't want the staples in, you can actually take them back out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one cover here. I'm going to figure out where the measurement is because there's like a little measurement guide here. We're going to push this all the way to the edge here. Just like so. There we go. That way, when we go and we staple it, it will be nice and secure. So we'll flip it over like this. See if I can't move some stuff around so you guys can see it a little bit better. We'll move this and move this, and there we go. So I'm just taking the whole shebang, opening it up to the middle, making sure that everything's lined up where I want it to be. Flip it over, push it up against the mark here. We're gonna push one here, like so, and then we're gonna push one here, like so. Now, and in all honesty, you could call that a day and be like, okay, my journal's done. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and staple the rest of these just so they're done. But I am going to sew them for aesthetics. And then afterwards, we can take the staples out, or we could leave them in. It just really depends on whatever you want to do. So I'm going to flip these over again. One there, and And one there. And voila. And we have another journal. For all intents and purposes, is completed. Okay. Alright. And this is why I do it this way, because it is so much faster than trying to clamp each one down, sew it in, and whatnot. I personally like the staples. I mean, your little golden books are made with staples, so there we go. So they are good enough for the little golden books. They're good enough for me. I just happen to have a stapler. If you don't have a stapler, then by all means clamp it like so, and then you can poke your holes in there and sew it together. Okay. And we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 already, just to give you guys an idea. These are some thick journals. Okay. These are some thick journals. Look at that. That's crazy. All right. Let's see, we'll go this way with this one, because there is a little bit of dimension on that front cover and I don't want it to mess up the staples. So we're gonna flip it over the other direction. Like so. Okay. And we have 4 left. And you could do it the other direction too. Like you could open it up this way and push it down. I just do it this way because that'll put the fold of the staple on the inside, and you can hide it. I don't know why I just took that out. I wasn't done yet. Oh, well. Alrighty. I'm out of staples. So let me grab some staples real quick. Alrighty. There we go. And just make sure that it's aligned properly, because I don't want to find out that it's not after punching a hole in our journals. Alrighty. There we go. Like so. And open this one up. Alright, we're going to turn this one around. And punch our holes there. And we have 2 left. Like I said much earlier in the videos, I find that the most time-consuming portion of this is really just getting all of your materials together. Getting your materials together, getting your pages cut and folded up and everything. To me, that's the most time-consuming part, because a lot of the embellishments, if you make journals on a regular basis, you're going to have these embellishments on hand. And you can just pick from whatever works best for that journal. Like, you're not going to necessarily have to make all of the embellishments right then and there. That's upside down. Okay, so now that's done. So we're gonna put that away. And that was like super duper quick. So now technically all of our journals are bound. Don't mind me, I'm putting that on top of my desk. So now we can go and put all this stuff back. All right, so now, stay. Now that all of our journals are completely bound, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and make them pretty. We're gonna make them prettier. Okay, so yeah, we'll go there. Okay, I have a box somewhere. What'd y'all do with my box? Okay, I found it. Okay, so this is my iron box. And what I mean by that is I use this to iron on instead of my desk, because my desk gets really hot and I don't have like a miniature ironing board. Anyway, this is going to be my pokey box too. So what I'm going to do is I am not going to measure this. I am just going to look, because I put these staples about like not halfway. I don't know how to explain this. So basically what I did was I kind of pictured in my head the middle, and then I put the staples in between the edge and the middle. Does that make sense? I've done this a couple times, so I've kind of gotten used to where these things go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pokey tool. I'm going to poke a hole about an inch from the top, about an inch from the bottom, and I don't know, somewhere in the middle. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my twine here, and I'm going to, I don't really measure it, I just kind of pull it out and hope for the best, honestly. So now what you need to decide is, do you want a solid line from here to here, or do you want the solid line from here to here? And I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to tie it up here and create like a little dangle. So that being said, I am going to I go back down this way, come back up this way, and then back down this way. I'm not going to be able to tie it right. Actually, I can tie it right there. I lied. Okay, so we're going to tie this right here. We're gonna pull that out. I don't know that we need quite that much, so I'm gonna snip that right there. I'm gonna pull this just a little bit, like so. Pull this like that, and then I'm just gonna double knot it, because remember, our staples are what's really holding this together. It's not our twine. So now we have this thing over here that we can go and decorate later. So now we're gonna do the same exact thing, but we're gonna do it to the rest of them. Now, like I said, you can take these staples out. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them there, because that's how I make my journals. So we're going to take our pokey tool here. We're gonna take it about an inch from the top-ish, maybe a little more, I'm not sure. About an inch from the bottom, and somewhere in the middle. Alright, and yep. Alright, so we're gonna take our thread here. This is just, it's wax coated twine. It's actually for leather binding, like creating leather journals. That's what I got it from, whatever. So we're gonna go in the bottom here. Then we're gonna go in the middle. And we're gonna go in the bottom here. And back through the middle again. And then we're gonna chomp it off right around there. And we're gonna put our needle on this side. So we don't lose our needle. And then we're going to give myself some more stuff to play with up here. Alright, I'm just going to pull it tight. Voila. And now you've got some charm usage over there. Next, about an inch from the top, about an inch from the bottom, and somewhere in the middle. And find our thingy. I'm gonna go in through the back, middle, oop, I just moved my light, bottom, and back through the middle. Okay, just like so. Let go of my pages. Alright, just like so. And again, we have way too much twine on this side, so we're gonna cut it there. We're gonna do some moving around here. Oh, let's move our needle so we don't lose it. Let go. And then alrighty, tie it in a knot. Alright, and tighten that knot up. There we go. And we've got our little dangles on this side. And like I said, we're going to leave that there for now because I want to put something. I don't know what, but I want to put something there. About an inch from the top, about an inch from the bottom, and somewhere in the middle. Alright. I recently made some like starters to some charms, so I might get those out and might play with those. Not sure entirely, but y'all see how quickly this goes. I like the staple. Like, it's quick, it's easy, it's efficient. I hope I have enough twine for this. I've got another color. Actually, I've got several colors if I need. But I liked this gray, like this very pale gray, with most of these colors that we chose for the covers. So I'm going to tighten that up. There we go. Because it seems to match well. So there's that. And, oh, not yet. Pokey tool. Alright. Top, bottom, middle. Now, if you are making several signatures for a book, I would suggest you measure these out. I am making a single signature journal that can go into a book, but I am not putting all of these in one book, so I am not measuring them out. Wow, that is a lot. Let's move this to about there, about there, and we're about halfway through. So it goes pretty quick. That's not long enough. There we go. There we go. All right. Those are fat. Fat journals. All right. So top, bottom, and middle. And then you can grab your needle. All right. The back, the middle, the bottom, and the middle again. Okay. And we have 4 left after this one. Okay. So grab our cord here. Alright. Nope. Push this back down to the bottom here. There we go. And voila. All right, next, the top, bottom, middle. Okay. I will have plenty of twine for this. So we're going to go through top, back, middle, front, bottom, back, middle, front. Yep. Just like so. And every time I'm tying these, I'm kind of putting this knot towards the top of the hole, or the top hole part up here. Alrighty, that one's not going to work. I'm going to have to redo that one. That was way too loose. Alright, let's try this again. So anyway, when I tie the knot, I want to put the knot at the top hole up here That way it'll give room to dangle from whatever it is I'm putting on there, which I'm not entirely sure yet, but. And you'd rather these little strings be too long than too short, because you don't want to have to go back and redo it. What am I doing? Ugh. You don't want to have to go back and redo it if it's too short. So you'd rather them be too long. I mean, I don't think you really need them to be quite that long, but you know what I mean. I hope. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling. So we're just going to push this up here, and then we're going to push this there. There we go. Like so. And that's better. Much better. Alright. Pokey. Pokey till the top. Let's see. That looked like it landed up funny. The bottom and the middle ish. All right. Then we have two more after this. Okay. There we go. And this one here, the top, the bottom, and the middle. Jeez, that one did not want to go through. All right. Now we've got the back top, front middle, back bottom, and front middle again. Okay. Cut that. Rewire this. That. Okay, let's do it this way. There we go. Ready? And the last one. The top, the bottom, and the middle. Okay. And the last thread, top, back, middle, front, bottom, back, and middle, front, and then we are finished sewing our signature journals together. And then we can go through And we can add our tying mechanism, whatever that may be. Okay, so I'm done with this, and I still have some left over. Woohoo! So there's that. Done with this thing, unless I'm poking some more or ironing. So don't need that. We're just going to toss that over there. We're going to put my pen. Well, it's not a pen. We're going to put the needle and the pokey tool away so I don't lose it. I've already lost them once. I don't want to lose them again. It's not fun. So. Let's see, what time are we at? 30 minutes, and we just got all those completely bound. So, let's go over here. Okay, look at that. In that pool, like, we're done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, so, let's see. I've actually got a lot of really cool ribbons and threads and such. Let me grab a couple of them over here. So, alright, so I got a bunch of these at the estate sale that I went to the other day, last week. Actually, it was a week ago. But I keep grabbing from the estate sale stuff, so I keep saying like, oh, the other day. So I really like this one because it's stretchy. So I think I'm going to use this. Let's grab this one here. And we're gonna go about this far. Take here, and we're gonna pull it back behind our twine here, so it doesn't just easily come off. And then we're going to tie in a bow, like so. And voila, all finished. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, we still need to figure out a dangle on these. So we're tied, so there's that. I think what I'll do is I will actually surprise you guys with the dangles when I list them. That'll be fun. Let's see. This one's pretty. I think we'll do that here. Out. Or I can poke myself, because that makes a lot more sense too. And it doesn't matter if you go through the top or the bottom, just as long as you go through one of them. So that when it gets untied, it doesn't just fall off. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see. There's this one here. There we go. And I told you guys, these journals are chunky. Okay, so there's another one there. So that's 3. Kind of like this blue. Let's do the blue one for this one. Okay. There we go. And that's 4. What do we want the pink bunny to, or the bunny? Ooh, do this one. Let's see, what do we want? We also have some polka dots back here that are hiding. I like this one. Let's do this one. All right. Okay, go under. Thank you. And let's see. I don't have a hole in this one, so let's do it this way. I don't want to miss the tie. Alright, and then we'll cut here, like so. Oh, that's super cute. I love that. Okay, so there's that one, and there's not a whole lot of that one left. I don't think I can do another one with that. Oh, yep, I can, sure enough. Alright, let's add that one to the purple. The purple striped, if I can get it, go through here. So whenever you tie these, make sure that you give a little tiny bit of wiggle room so you can get your tying mechanism through. All right, there we go. And this one's like a little pink trim with white polka dots on it. Very cute. I like it. Okay, so next, I don't know that this one's going to be big enough for any of them. Oh, maybe. No, I don't like that. It's that small. Let's go with the yellow on this one. Okay, and that should be enough. And this one's also stretchy. I like the stretchy ones. They're kind of cool. That means your journal can get really, really, really fat and you'll still have a tying mechanism that it originally came with. Hey, come here. There we go. There we go. And oh, well, okay. Alright. This one's not cooperating. There we go. Like so. Okay. How many we got left? 3? Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna do that one. Yeah, let's do the pink. The pale pink on this one. Or the yellow. Or this pink. I think I like this pink the best. Alright. Alright. There we go. Alright. Ow. There we go. Okay. I was like, wow, that's really loose, but it's really not. It's just, it was pulled really tight on one of the spots. Alright, so let's go here, here, and yeah. There we go. And let's see here. Oh, this one tied upside down. Might have to get creative with that one. Okay. I'll do the purple. I'll do the purple one on here. I think that would be pretty. Okay. And like I said, these are various trims. I have no idea what they're actually called. Like, I don't know the real names of what materials they are. All I know is I got them from a estate sale. And I got a huge, like, 2-gallon Ziploc bag full of them for like $4. So, yeah. Then there's this one. Let's see. What do we want on here? I think I like this pale pink again. Let's do that one. Oh, perfect. I think I might actually have some left over too. All right. All right. There we go. Like so. And voila. Now they are all bound and tied. And now what we can do is, let's see, what time is it? 40. All right, it took me 10 minutes to do that. Okay. Next is I want to grab my charms and such, which that might take a second, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what I was talking about doing with them. I lost my box of charms. Like I had, oh, it's right there. Okay, so I have all of these charms like this that I just make a bunch of, and like I have have this little box that I just, when I'm in here, I just set it on top of my printer. But I have this box. It's just an Amazon box, and I have a stack of papers here, and then I have my paper clips, and I have a ink wrapper. But I will take my paper clips, I will take my papers, and I'll sit in front of the TV and I'll just wrap them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple of those, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those to the books. Like so. And it kind of adds like a little dangle element to it. So you could add one, you could add two. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one here like this, and then I'm going to put another one a little bit further down. And then that way I will have two on each one. And I have more than enough of these little charms to add two to each one. So, and that's what they will look like. And then you can even go further and you can add a little dangle to the bottom of those. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. I'm going to add 2 charms to each book. Come here. I'm going to add 2 charms to each book. We're going to do that on camera. And then I'm going to add a little surprise to each one. And that will be a surprise. You guys will see it in the listing, but you won't see it on the video. So, there's one. And there is 2. Just like so. And then put those back in my little box over here. And I can actually add one. I'm gonna have to do something different with this one. Oh, I know what I could do. So, I'm going to make this one come up here. Oh, that didn't work. Where's my pokey thing? Oh, pokey thing. What do you do? There we go. So that one can go there. And then this one can go up here. Possibly. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I think either way it's going to fall down here. So let's just go ahead and put it down here. Alright. And this is all because I put the holes in backwards. I put the holes on the bottom instead of the top, like I was supposed to. And this is not a crochet hook, so that's a lot more difficult than I wanted it to be. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Now we can add our charm. All right. So there's one. This charm will just be in the middle instead of on the top. So we've got one, and we've got two. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to dangle past the journal. There we go. All right, there we go. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Happy little accident there. All right, and then one, and two. Okay. All right. And need more of these thingies. All right. Hey, go back over there. All right. You got one. And two. I'll show you guys real quick how to make these paper clip things too. They're super easy. Okay. I'm just going to show you after I get done doing this, because you do end up with glue on your fingers, really, no matter what you do. I've tried several times, and I always end up with glue on my fingers. Doesn't matter. Alright, so there's one, and there is another one. And the thing about these little charms is don't really think about it, just put them on there. Just various lengths, like don't put them right beside each other. But other than that, don't really think about it. Just do. Alright, so there's one. And two. Really? And two. Alright, come here. Alright. And there's three left. So and I think we're making pretty good time, actually, because we have gotten all of these books completely bound, sewn in, and tied together. And we're adding a little extra charm on top. And we've done this in 49 minutes. So we're making a really good time with these. Like I said before, most time consuming part is putting the pages together. That's it. It's getting everything ready to go. And if you already have your embellishments like done, like you have a stockpile of embellishments, those are real quick. Because you just go through, you pick which ones match your pages and go at it. Alright, and this is the last one here. And then I will show you guys real quick how to make this little paper clip charm. And if this cooperates. And then we will be done and I will be able to get these things listed. So this video will probably be posted on, let's see, Thursday. Yeah, this video will probably be posted on Thursday. And I will get all of these listings up and ready to go by Friday, but they will not go live. I will make all of the listings go live all at the same time, and it will be Saturday. I'm thinking noon my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to grab a sheet of paper here, grab my paper clip there, and then that's really all you need. You need a sheet of paper, or a piece of paper rather, and a paper clip and some glue. So what I do is I take my paper clip, I put it on top of the paper wherever I want it to be. I take my glue, I run a line of bead here, here, and straight across the top. And that's it. Then I just fold it over and I just keep folding. And then at the end, you're gonna have a little bit of glue ooze out, but you want that because you want this to be completely sealed. And that's why you always end up with glue on you. So I just let it ooze out a little bit and I push it and I hold it for a second or two, let it go, and then drop it in my box, and then I move on. So I just make a whole bunch of those all at the same time, and that's it. Something to do with them. I'm sorry, I'm looking for, this works, I guess. It's not really what I wanted, but, so once you have your charms, you can then go back and add more charms to them. So let's see. Let me grab some needleage and some twinage. Oy. Okay, so grab a needle, grab a needle or 15, and you take your twine, thread your needle, and then you can go and you can take whatever it is that you're working on here and you can add it to the, assuming that you get a needle that is small enough to go through the hole. All right, there we go. And then you can add it to whatever it is you're working on. Okay. So say you want this to dangle just a little bit. So then you're going to take your thread here. Well, it's not thread, but and you're going to tie a knot and give it some feed or slack. Give it slack. And then tie your haul, cut your thread, and then you have a dangle on top of your dangle. So you can use buttons, you can use beads, you can use pretty much anything with a hole in it. You can use a piece of paper that you create, just punch a hole in it. You can use whatever you want. But that is basically what it's going to like end up to be. You have this little charm, which is a base, this little guy here. It's a base. You could leave it just like this and it's really cute, as you guys saw, or you could decorate it a little bit further, just like so. And that's it. So anyway, that's it. Like I said, these journals are complete. You will have an extra surprise in the listing. It will only be the extra charm that I attach to these. It might be one, it might be two. I haven't decided yet. It really just depends on, you know, my stock, like what I have in my stock of readily available. Yeah, these listings will go live Saturday. Oh gosh, what is that date? Let me look that up real quick. That way I'm not just giving you guys some random Saturday. So today is the 21st. This video should go live today, just Thursday. And Friday, Saturday, the 23rd. So March 23rd at 12 noon Eastern time is when all 10 of these will go live. Like I said, one of them is reserved. If you want to reserve one, then you need to let me know so I can put a reserved listing up for you. Otherwise, they're just going to be open to the generalized public. So anyway, Saturday, March 23rd, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time is when these will be going live. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time. Bye guys.